Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Sundays with Sean. I am Sean, aka the Swanky Pleb. This week we're doing something a little bit different. I don't know why we said we, it's just me. I'm doing something a little bit different. No ghost peppers, no trying to dye my hair. This week I'm doing a segment that I like to call Should You Watch? Where I'm going to talk a little bit about upcoming movies that have not necessarily been getting the best press and whether or not you should spend your hard-earned money on watching them. This week I'm going to be discussing Ghostbusters. Almost said ghost peppers because I'm having flashbacks from the last episode. Alright, so Ghostbusters not getting the best reception, and it hasn't even come out yet. We're about a week away, and I think a lot of people are on the fence of definitely not going to go see it. There's the one dude who refuses, and then, there's everyone else who's like, doesn't look that great. I'm kind of in the doesn't look that great category, and it sucks to say that because, one, I love Ghostbusters, I love Kristen Wiig, and I love Melissa McCarthy, but yeah, they got a lot going against them, and I think part of it is, people just love the original so much, and I think they were hoping for something new, a new take in the same universe, and then it obviously kind of comes off like they're rebooting. In fact, I think this is a reboot. I think they've, after the first trailer came out, and at the end they had the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I think it was just like, oh, okay. I definitely think they should have gone with this being a sequel / reboot in the sense of like, okay, 2016, new Ghostbusters, same universe. So all the, Ghostbusters 1 and 2 happened. Dan Aykroyd, Harold Ramis, Bill Murray, and Ernie Hudson, all, that stuff happened. And then now, the ghosts have been vanquished or busted or whatever, and then years later, somebody unlocks something and boom, they're back, and the original team passed their prime, some moved on. In fact, I think it would have been sort of a cool, although this might be a little insensitive, it might have been cool to have like a little Harold Ramis ghost, rest his soul. Trust me, when he passed away, super annoyed, super upset, just had to go and die. What they should have done, and obviously it's too late, shoulda, woulda, coulda, but what they should have done is made a Ghostbusters 3 female team with Dan Aykroyd sort of leading, training these new guys. Bill Murray, obviously in real life he's not necessarily been too keen about reprising the role of Peter Venkman, so, he could kind of have, the one-off cameo of like, well, yeah, good luck. But that's not the movie we're getting. The movie we're getting is basically just a retelling of the original story, but with women, and that makes it sound sexist. The fact that the women are the stars, in fact, I think is a pro. I think it's awesome that we're going to, have a strong female comedy team. It's just, is the material worth it? Or is the material good enough to really have these shine on the stage? And Melissa McCarthy is great. Kristen Wiig is awesome. I love Kate McKinnon. Kate McKinnon, she's hilarious. My one sort of hang up is Leslie Jones, and it has nothing to do with race or being a woman. She seems very typecast, and I've talked with friends about this, about how it seems like she's always playing the angry black lady, or the big, loud, religious person, and that's kind of the vibe I'm getting from the trailers. And I think that also is kind of going against it. Is here you have these 4 really funny women who are all kind of falling into a little bit of the same roles that they usually play. So hopefully, what the trailers show isn't ultimately what we're going to get for, a 2-hour movie. But I'm talking about bad stuff here. Obviously, the question is, should you watch it? So let's talk about some good stuff. Obviously, like I said, we got a decent cast. Like I said, Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, the other two, Kate McKinnon and Leslie Jones. According to IMDb, we're going to see some of the original faces. We're going to get Ernie Hudson back, Bill Murray, Dan Aykroyd, Sigourney Weaver. Their roles, who knows? I think it's been confirmed that they're not reprising the original characters, because obviously this is more of a reboot. So it'll be interesting to see. I think and this is sort of, down the middle of whether it's pro or con. obviously seeing them is like, oh, cool. But if the movie's not great, or depending on their role or the scene, it certainly can take you out of the movie you're watching. It's like, oh man, yes, Bill Murray. He was great in Ghostbusters 1 and 2. Not so much in this. But we got Paul Feig directing. He did Bridesmaids, which I think for a while, if not still is, like the highest grossing female comedy / I think highest grossing R-rated comedy. I should have done some research before then. You got him teaming back up with Melissa McCarthy and Kristen Wiig. So hopefully that does something, but it's just, from what it's been showing, it's a lot of the same. Effects don't look that great. It looks like it lacks heart, which is, I guess, sort of fitting for a ghost movie. The point is, should you see it? I say yes, and here's why. Worst movies have already come out this year. Ninja Turtles 2, whatever it's called, Secret of the Ooze is the 90s one. Out of the Shadows, there we go. Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. That movie was horrible. I saw that. One, I was extremely hungover, so it only added to the pain. And two, there was a kid in the theater who literally turns to his dad, not even halfway through the movie, and goes, "Daddy, is it over yet?" Trust me, little Jimmy, we all feel your pain. Couldn't be any worse than Ninja Turtles 2. Couldn't be any worse than Independence Day Resurgence, which I have yet to see. Probably don't want to see. That might be like a dollar movie, or if somebody, hates me for Christmas and gives it to me as a gift. But yeah, so I think there are worse movies to have come out. I think this one is worth your time in the extent of, if you can get a Groupon or a discount, if you know a friend that works in the theater, check it out. I'm not expecting 10 out of 10, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up. I'm expecting a decent, pseudo-enjoyable comedy that, will hopefully steer us in the direction of a better sequel. Not necessarily saying that it's going to top the original, but I'm saying, like, if it's not well received, but it's not completely hated, hopefully the team behind it will be like, oh, well, here's what we did wrong. Let's fix that shit. I say check it out. Don't wait in line for hours, or don't, go to the midnight release. But if you have a weekday off, catch the matinee, it's like, what, $5 for a matinee now? Go see it, maybe go with a group of friends, get drunk, and try to enjoy it that way. But I don't think it's going to be as bad as what everybody says it's going to be. That is my 2 cents on this episode of Sundays with Sean, should you watch another Ghostbusters? I say maybe. Alright guys, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. If you have anybody who's sort of a Ghostbusters fan, show them this video, see what they think. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's going to be the worst movie ever and we should never, ever see it. We should just burn the print before it even comes out July 15th. They didn't pay me to say that. They paid me to say that. Also make sure to follow me on Twitter at The Swanky Pleb, as well as on Instagram at The Swanky Pleb. So you can also find me on Facebook, facebook.com The Swanky Pleb. I occasionally post funny quips, jokes, photos that I steal from other people, but I credit them. I credit those pages while adding my own humor on top of them. So, alright guys, I will see you next Sunday for Sundays with Sean. Can I stop waving now? Are they gone? Did they subscribe? Probably not.